Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to our lesson today on fraction comparisons. We're on Unit 9, Lesson 19. So the first thing we're going to do is compare lengths using both whole numbers and then also using fractions. This says Asha made a long, thin snake out of clay. Her little brother, Sam, made a short, fat snake. So here we can see Asha's snake versus Sam's snake. So we obviously know the top one is Asha's because it says in the directions that she made a long, thin one, whereas her brother Sam made a short, fat one. So we need to complete these addition comparison statements. In the second blank, insert the word shorter or longer. So let's take a look at how long Asha's snake is. Well, her snake goes from the tail at 0 centimeters to the head at about 15 centimeters. So that is the length of Asha's snake. Whereas Sam's snake goes from 0 to about 3 centimeters for the head. So let's take a look at the question. It says Asha's snake is so many centimeters blank than Sam's snake. Well, we know Asha's snake is longer than Sam's. So that's going to be the second word in there. Now we have to figure out how many centimeters longer. Well, if Asha's is 15 and Sam is 3, we could use subtraction to figure that out. So Asha's snake is 12 centimeters longer. Sam's snake is blank centimeters blank than Asha's snake. Well, we know that Sam's snake is shorter than Asha's, and we just figured out using subtraction before that it's 12 centimeters shorter. Now we're going to complete these statements to compare the snakes with multiplication instead. So first, Asha's snake is blank as long as Sam's snake. So, in other words, Asha's snake is how many times as long? So if Asha's snake is 15, Sam's is only 3 centimeters. Oops, I said meters on there. I just noticed that. Centimeters. We know we have to think, how do we get 3 to become 15 using multiplication? Well, you would have to take Sam's snake, 3 centimeters, times 5 to get 15. So that means that Asha's snake is 5 times as long as Sam's. Now, we can use fractions to tell about Sam's snake using multiplication, because remember, multiplying by a fraction is like dividing. So now we know Sam's is the shorter one, so it's going to be the fraction of Asha's snake. Now, instead of saying 5 times, we use that 5, but now we say that Sam's snake is 1/5 as long as Asha's snake. So we'll show using multiplication. So Asha's snake is 15 centimeters long. Sam's snake is only 3 centimeters. Which, if we split Asha's snake into pieces, that would be 5 parts of 3 centimeters. So this is how we know that Sam's snake at 3 centimeters is only 1/5 of Asha's snake, which measures 15 centimeters. So each of these pieces is 1/5. Now we know that Asha's snake is 5 times that much because you take 3 times the 5 parts, so 5 times as long. Whereas Sam's snake is only 1/5 as long as Asha's. So these are the comparison bars I used to show that Sam's snake is literally 1/5, or 1 part out of the 5 total of Asha's snake. We can do the same thing but using bar graphs. This bar graph below shows how many people went on the 7 most popular rides at an amusement park. So we have the most popular rides here: Crazy Cars, Loop-the-Loop, Merry-Go-Round, Parachute Drop, Racing Rabbit, Swing Around, and the Water Chute, and then the number of people that went on those rides. The directions say to find 2 pairs of values on the graph that are exact multiples of each other. So that means that you can multiply in order to get the perfect answer. Or if you use division, the factors would work perfectly. No remainders, no decimals. For each pair, draw and label comparison bars and write 2 equations with letters to show the comparison. An example is shown below. So their first example, they used Loop-the-Loop because Loop-the-Loop had 80 people, and Crazy Cars because Crazy Cars had 40, which is half of 80. So that actually works out perfectly. So they use these comparison bars. 40 plus 40 would equal 80, which is the total amount of people that went on Loop-the-Loop. And Crazy Cars, they showed just 140 plus kind of the dotted line to show how much more you would need. So they used the first equation of taking loop-the-loop would equal 2 times the Crazy Cars, so 2 times C, C for Crazy Cars. Then showing it with numbers, that's 80 equals 2 times 40. Then Crazy Cars, you could use a fraction to multiply. So the Crazy Cars equals a half of the loop-the-loops, so 1/2 times L, or 40 equals 1/2 times 80. So let's see if we can find another one that would work out perfectly. So I could use Crazy Cars again, but instead of using the loop-the-loop, I could use the parachute drop, because I see here the parachute drop is at 20. So a very similar situation. So this time we have the Crazy Cars, which I'll use a C. Excuse me. And my comparison bars, instead of being 40 and 40, because that's actually the total of the Crazy Cars, will be 20 and 20, which together equals 40. Then the parachute drop, which I'll use a P for, is at 20. And then remember, we use the dotted line to show that double that would equal the Crazy Cars. So let's create some number sentences. I could say that the Crazy Cars equals 2 times the parachute drop. So in other words, 40 equals 2 times 20. I could also say the other way around, say that the Crazy Cars, that the parachute drop equals 1/2 times the Crazy Cars, or 1/2 of the Crazy Cars. With numbers, that would mean 20 equals 1/2 times 40, or 1/2 of 40. Beautiful. I love that word of. It just makes so much more sense when you're thinking about fractions. Let's see if we can find another one to make comparison bars with. So, the swing around is at 100. Are there any at 50? Nope. So let's find a different one. I found one. So the racing rabbits are at 90 and the water chutes at 30. I can use that really nicely. So I'm going to erase my work from the Crazy Cars so that you can kind of see a better picture using a different example. Erase, erase, erase. Clean, 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 clean. Okay. So I'm going to use red this time. Which one was I going to use? Racing rabbits, I'm going to use an R for, is at 90. So the whole bar will be 90. And now I have to think of water chute, which I'll represent with a W, is at 30. So think 30 times how many parts? I would need to do 30, 60, 90. That's counting up. Okay, 3 times. So that means 90 needs to be split into 3 parts because 30 plus 30 is 60, plus another 30 is 90. And I see that the water chute is 1/3 of that. I'm using my dotted lines here. Okay, so number sentences, that would work. So if I wanted to find the racing rabbits, I would have to take 3 times 30. So in other words, or actually, I'm going to use letters here. Instead, I would have to take 3 times the water chute, which then using numbers would mean that it is the racing rabbits, 90 equals 3 times the water chutes, 30. So now using letters and using fractions, you would get the water chute by taking 1/3 of the racing rabbits. Using numbers, that means 30 equals 1/3 of 90. Beautiful. So now we'll take a look at some more example problems. We'll draw comparison bars also to help you, and then we'll write another multiplication comparison sentence. So Frank made 10 goals at the hockey game. Frank made 5 times as many goals as Josie made. How many goals did Josie make? Okay, so that's saying Frank made 10 goals, and that was 5 times as much. So that means you split that into 5 parts. Josie only made 1/5 as much. Remember, it said Frank, he made 5 times as many. So if this is 10, we have to think 10 divided by 5, or think Josie's goals times 5 equals the 10 goals of Frank. Frank's total. So that means 10 divided by 5, or what times 5 equals 10? Well, that would have to be 2 goals. So that means that Josie only made 2 goals, and then I showed an example problem here. J times 5 equals 10, or Frank's goals. The next one says, Sue Lynn has $15. Zane has 1/3 as much money as Sue Lynn. How much money does Zane have? So Zane only has 1/3 as much. So let's make Sue Lynn's comparison bar first. So Sue Lynn has $15. I use an S for Sue. Zane, on the other end, only has 1/3 of that. So if I took 15 and I split it into 3 parts, you would have to think, what would one of those parts equal? Well, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the way we could write this is figuring out 1/3 of $15. Another way to write that is taking 1/3 times 15 to equal Zane's total, which in this case, I know that it would be 5, 10, 15. So 1/3 of Sue Lynn's would be $5 because 1/3 of 15 is 5. All right, 4th graders, it's your turn to take a try. You're going to read through these example problems and using comparison bars if you need to, create an equation and solve for the missing information.